So what was the first thing that you did this morning when you woke up? When you woke up and opened your eyes, what's the first thing that you did? You know what? This isn't a magic trick. I'm going to take a guess. The first thing that you did was look on your phone. Check if you had any messages. See if anybody had emailed or texted you, or just doom scroll your way through your news feeds. Look, this isn't a judgment. This is more of a confession. Although I don't have that many friends, so mostly the reason the first thing I do to look at my phone is to turn off that alarm and hit the snooze button. But I mean, it's part of a modern society. Somebody who's big on the socials, all over social media, Julia Grace, joining us on the program. Julia, is this a confession of mobile phone addiction, or what are we doing here?
Oh, hi, my name's Julia Grace, and it's been 5 minutes since I looked at my phone.
That's not true. It's been less than that. I know.
Oh, it's been less than that because I was holding it in my hand just before, didn't you? You saw, oh my gosh, you snapped. Yeah, talking mobile phones today, and you make a really interesting point that by conflating our phones with our alarms,
Yeah.
which is really handy, like how, super useful. It also means that the very first thing we do is go straight into defensive mode when we wake up in the morning, when we immediately flick into emails, particularly to do with emails around work, and perhaps for younger people as well, around social media and that stuff into our world, and giving ourselves a chance to start the day without having to suddenly be on alert, high alert, is actually really good for our brain. But that isn't what I was going to talk about.
Oh, got the wrong end of the stick as usual.
No, you have got the right end of the stick, but just wanted to take it to a slightly different scenario.
Okay. Yep.
So around the phone use, so we get into a meeting, we get into a dinner or some time we want to spend with some loved ones and friends, and we all decide we're going to do this great thing and we're going to put our phones face down. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where someone's had their phone, you sit it face down on the table like that. And so if we can't see it, what do we think? What's our feeling towards that?
It's almost as if I want to peer behind the curtain. If I know I haven't got any messages, if I haven't got a blip from the notification which gets sent through to my smartwatch, then I know that nobody cares. But if it's face down, I kind of want to go, oh, can I just peek underneath? Is that just me, Julia? But because it's out of sight doesn't mean it's out of mind.
You have hit the absolute nail on the head. And so one of the brain's strongest jobs is inhibition, to inhibit us from running out onto the road or doing or saying something that's not going to get us the results that we actually want in our life. And we often think about the brain in terms of what it wants to do. So we think about, getting our mindset or focusing or the things that are very conscious. But this inhibition is always happening in the background.
Yeah.
Don't say that, don't do that, don't go there, just keeping us really, really safe, right? And some of us are probably better at this than others. And what happens is when we put a temptation in front of us and expect us to ignore it, our brain goes into overdrive. It spends a huge amount of energy just simply not doing the thing that's right in front of us. So it's like taking your favorite dessert, putting it right in front of you, or in fact for you, obviously a sugar-free one. Yeah. And then saying, hey, look, just focus on this meeting. Let's talk, let's Zoom, let's chat, let's korero with the listener. But don't look at that dessert, because just ignore it. Just pretend it's not there. And so what does your brain do? It just spends the whole time thinking.
Exactly.
I'm pretending, I'm not going, And so I think we completely overestimate how easy it is to ignore and how difficult it is to inhibit. And so I just want to encourage people, it's a very simple tip today, is that when you need a break from that phone, putting it in front of you or around you or near you or on your body somewhere can actually make it harder to inhibit the need to use it, and in fact leave it somewhere else. If you want to go to the supermarket and take a break from it, then leave it in the car, like literally don't carry it with you. Does that ring true to you?
It does, but I've already got 20 different, well, I'm just going to go through a few. A lot of excuses why I can't do that, Julia, because I have to have my phone on me. What if somebody urgently needs to get in contact with me? What if I can't leave it in the car when I go to the supermarket because I use my phone to pay for my groceries? So I have to have my phone on me at all times, just in case, in the unlikely event that somebody needs to contact me. I'm at a total loss to how I survived the first 30 years of my life before they invented these blessings that we carry around in our pockets.
It's incredible you're here at all. So my encouragement is to carve out some small times, some chances to get bored, which is a whole other topic we'll talk about on another day, but carve out some time. So immediately you say that, I think, right, okay, my Apple Pay is on my phone, so therefore I need it in the supermarket with me. And, you know, if you need to put it in your bag and put it in your pocket, then obviously do that. But don't do that thinking that that is going to completely allow you to focus on the task at hand. So I would encourage people to find some time that you can carve out where you go, do I need to have this with me? This is the one, the two, the three during the day that I don't. And then I'm going to just pull that out but I'm going to actually literally leave it away from me. If you're having dinner with your significant other, be that a family member or a friend, actually just turn off your notifications, but put it away and in the bag and under the table. Just don't leave it in front of you within eyesight or at your back touching you. I think you're going to give your very best to the conversation in front of you, because your brain's going to be super busy trying to stop you from grabbing it. So give them your full attention, and then that's going to allow you to do that. And then when you're finished, you can check your phone and see if somebody's said something nice about you on Facebook. And that can be a nice surprise for later when you're not wanting to be present with the person that's in front of you. You could just pretend it's the 1980s. I mean, lots of great things about the 1980s, including the fact that they hadn't invented mobile phones yet. And just cope with that and carve some space in your life, like you say, to be silent, to be curious, and all those sorts of things. I am a little bit worried, though, as to whether or not my life hack of having a smart watch actually gets in the way of that, because aren't I righteous? I've left my mobile phone at home and I can just check notifications and text messages on my wrist. Perhaps I need a bit more of an intervention, Julia. But hey, good wisdom and advice as always. People can get in touch with you using their mobile phone, of course, on all the social media platforms. So useful. Exactly. And that's in one of the periods of times where you're not doing your intermittent mobile phone fasting. And people can check out the details there, Julia Grace website and Instagram and all those sorts of things. Thank you once again for being on the program today. Very welcome. Nice to see you. Hey, thanks very much for joining us in the Rhema studio. Thanks very much for watching the interview. It's kind of nice to have an audience, actually. And if you did like what you watched, then do give us a like, do give us the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more interviews like that one, or perhaps even better, subscribe and those interviews will come straight to you. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.